Hit the hole.
Okay, Diane, we're going to look at your putting stroke, and I'm going to compare it to Tiger Woods. And let's start with the setup. Very good setup. I like the width of your stance. You have your elbows tucked into your side slightly, just like Tiger does. You have what we call the Y position of the two arms and the shaft. Very good. Take Tiger's stroke now. We're going to take it back till the end of his stroke. That's the end of his backswing. Then as he comes through and makes contact, at this point his eyes are down. And then as he continues forward, his eyes stay down. He hasn't turned to look at the ball roll away. And then his putter will come to a complete stop, and he'll hold that position. He'll hold his spine angle. He'll hold his finish for a moment or two, and then he will slowly he'll turn to look at the result, but while he's looking, he's still holding his finish. His putter is still in his finishing position, and he's not lifting up. He's just simply rotating his head as he looks, so he holds his posture. As you take it back, I like the fact that you take it back in one piece. Your putter goes back to here. As you make contact, your eyes are down at impact, but you do start to turn your head and watch the ball roll to the hole before your stroke is complete. The end of your follow through is about right here. So that's one of the things that we worked on, is to putt, hold, and look. You also have a tendency to come out of your posture a little bit early, and your putter will recoil, kind of pulls back just a little bit instead of holding that position. So those are the things that we worked on. And now here you are doing the putt, hold, and look. Taking it back. As you hit the ball, your eyes are down, and you keep them down as you continue the stroke through. And so that's the putt hold. And you're holding your finish. And then you look. So putt, hold, and look. The other thing that we worked on was the length of your stroke. You had a tendency to have a fairly long backswing that caused you to hit the ball a little bit too far. You consistently hit your putts 5 and 6 feet past the hole. One of the things that we talked about is the way you control distance is by controlling the length of the backswing. And if you're hitting a putt too far, you need to shorten the backswing in order to shorten that distance. Picture on the right is your stroke before we adjusted the length of your backswing. And I've drawn a blue line where the ball is, and I've drawn a red line where the stroke ended in your backswing and where it ended on the follow through. And that putt went 5 and 6 feet past the hole. Now the stroke on the left was after we worked on shortening your backswing. And you took it back much shorter. So you had more of a short, long. Your follow through was actually longer. It probably doesn't have to be that long. You're a little bit uncomfortable with this new short backswing, and so your mind feels like it has to go forward further to get the ball to the hole. When in reality, the ball's going to get to the hole fine, even if you stopped a little bit shorter than this. But even if you just maintain this short, long, it's going to be better than the long short or the long long. I want you to continue working on shortening that backswing and then have that smooth acceleration into the putt. But the stroke shape on the left and the length of the backswing on the left is a much better stroking pattern for you. And just need to practice it and get comfortable with it.
Don't look early. The purpose of these strokes is not to putt it well, but I want you to I don't want you to look until I give you permission to on this one. So you're going to putt and hold, and now look. Good. Okay, do that again. Putt, hold, and then look. The hold is what we're practicing. Hold, then look. Good. Now I want you to really shorten your backswing this time.
Me?
Diane.
Too short.
It's a little too short, but you're actually closer to the hole than the first one. You're on the short side of the hole, but you're closer to it. Much smoother stroke. Now, if I was going to hit a full shot, a full swing, I'd have a full width stance. I'd be gripping at the end of the club. I'd be set up right here, and then I'd take a full swing. For short game, I don't want you to have a full width. I want you to get your feet very close to each other. Very close. I want you to choke down more on the club so you can stand closer. I don't need power. I need control and finesse. And you want a slight a bit more weight on the left foot than the right foot. So I don't want you to be evenly balanced, and I certainly don't want you to have more weight on your back foot, but a little bit more on your front foot. And your hands are going to slide to the front. So this shaft is leaning just a little bit more. And then when you take it back, you're only going to go back about right here. Not very far. And I'm taking it back really with a body swivel. While I'm taking it back, I'm staying on my left side. I'm not rocking to my right side. So I'm almost taking it back while my weight's on my left side. And then I'm going to just go right there. I'm just going to go here. And my hands are right in front of my belly button. My belly button moves a little bit to here. Belly button moves to here. So I'm not doing this and keeping my body still and just moving the club past it. My body and my club move as a unit. Okay, so let's work on that a little bit. Not bad. Put that ball maybe just a little bit more, move your feet up so the ball's a little bit further back in your stance. There you go. And your feet just a little closer together. There you go. I like that a lot.
And my knees bent a little bit?
Just a fraction, I want you to swing, and when you get to here, I want you to hold your swing to here and stop. And just a nice soft little, almost like a putting stroke. And let your everything move to here. So your sternum is facing that cliff face. So do another practice swing and hold this position. Swing to this pose I just gave you.
Swing back
Just a little bit, and then turn. So you're swinging your sternum to here. And as you do that, I want you to kind of scrape the grass and hold. Brushing and put your swing into this pose. Yeah, do that again. That was really good. Good. That's all right. Swing into the pose is the first thing I want you to learn. Good.
Why am I not brushing?
That's right. We're going to work on that. But right now, swing at the ball. I certainly hope you did it well. But more importantly, I want that camera to see a perfect pose. Hold that pose for me. Swing to that pose. Don't worry about the ball so much. Hold it. Hold it. Good. Very good.
But I hit the toe.
That's all right. That's not what we're working on. We're working on, can you swing to the pose? Good. Good adjustment. Got a little closer. Okay.
I broke my wrist.
That's all right. I want a soft swing to the pose. So you don't need to go fast. The club is only going to go as fast as you can swing your sternum to the pose. That was one of your better tempos. That was more relaxed.
but I still.
That's all right. We'll deal with that once this becomes memorized. We're working on checking one box right now. Okay, good. We're going to go a little softer this time. I want you to hit this really soft, almost a baby swing, but here, slow, almost slow motion right here. Yeah, that's closer to the tempo I want you to have right now. That was the best one you
I
did.
felt it.
That was so good.
Yeah.
Go on home.
Come on!
Very good, Diane.
Okay, we're going to look at your chipping technique. Before I made too many adjustments, I think the only thing I did on this first chip was narrowed your stance a little bit and move the ball just a little bit further back in your stance. First, let's look at Tiger. His setup has his feet very close together. You can see that he is leaning just a little bit on his left side, and that the shaft is leaning is a little bit leaning towards the target. In other words, his hands are basically in front of the golf ball. As he takes it back, he stays on that left side, and as he comes through, he will let the club follow through. He'll go to here. So his follow through will go to here, and it's a very connected feeling. If you look at his shoulders and from his sternum to his hands, that move as one connected piece all the way through. So the club is moving because his chest is moving, because his shoulders are moving. So once he gets to the golf ball, this line here remains pretty much together. So everything kind of swings as a unit, as a connected unit. He's not just flipping his hands through. Very good. And then as you take it back similar to Tiger. You're keeping stable on your feet. You're not rocking to the right, which is very good. But you have a little bit of just a chop action, and it's all hand. You can see how your legs are not moving. Your lower body is not moving at all as you just kind of chop down into the ball. And so one of the things that we're going to want to work on is letting this knee and hip move when you hit your shots. You're still facing where the ball was, and Tiger has rotated and is facing this way at the end of the swing. He's let his right knee and right hip and his shoulders turn to the target. It's like a little mini swing. Toward the end of the session, you had practiced the technique, feet close together, hands a little bit more forward so you have a little bit of a shaft lean, and we worked on hitting down. We also worked on trying to move the hands to the target and not just the club head. So you've done a lot of work during the session. So let's watch that as you go back. And then as you come through and hit the ball, you return your hands to this position. You still have your shaft lean, and everything moves towards the target. So those hands are now moving towards the target. So you're not just chopping the ball. You are swinging your shoulders. Everything here is lined up as you go through. You're not just using your hands. You can also see how that ball has immediately gone up in the air as you got under the ball with this technique. That ball is still going up in the air. Very nice. You can see how now you have that straight line just like Tiger had, your sternum to the club. Very good. So that's a much better technique. We'll continue to work on that. We'll add some more lower body action. We'll have this hip move just a little bit more so that you're not only rotating your upper body, you're going to be rotating just a little bit your lower body. But this is a much better technique as you practice it. Now, you don't own this, and I use the word own a lot to represent your natural, comfortable way of chipping needs to become this new way. You have to practice it until the new way kind of becomes the old way. So that's our goal, is to practice these new techniques so that you become comfortable with